Yeehaw.
Alrighty.
Yay. Oh, the dokie. Last time, we had the continuation and finalization of the combat with Ragahdi the Red and his crew. Was a largely anticipated fight with a very good ending. It was actually quite efficiently handled, I might say. Um, there were some possible moments of scary when Ragahdi tried to do some of his other extra actions, but I think y'all handled it pretty well, and the dice were in your favor. Um, and also the Alto Shaman who's there, Razorback, was not heavily wounded at all. He only suffered a very minor scrape. So, kudos to everybody. Unfortunately, though, it appears that Mr. Stephen Mule is dead. Burnt to a crisp in a moonbeam. Uh, hmm. I wonder indeed. But Ragahdi is still very alive and also very unable to do much because he's at 1 health. So he and his pirate crew have surrendered, and there's only one other pirate left on board that is alive. Um, so if you want to take them in, you're going to have to collect them before they jump off board and just try to swim to shore. Other than that, I think everything went pretty smoothly.
Without a thought.
Well, oh wait, let me. I got the music. Don't worry.
Yep. Although I have to say, my most favorite moment was Magellan saying, and then I started shooting, and then hitting a crit.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, exactly.
Blast.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Yeah, that was my favorite part. Ian was, I think, was he struggling? I think he was struggling a little bit.
Honestly, he didn't do too bad. This has probably been his best performance. I think. It wasn't pretty bad, from what I remember. I think he fell prone.
Clearly, he's still holding back. He doesn't want to make it seem like he's, a guard captain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he was, we're trying to not, okay, sorry, we're not, but, well, the objective is to not kill people. So, I can understand him not going 100%, alright? And to be fair, I mean, he was going fine with Magellan. I feel like they were tag teaming it down there pretty well.
They were. They were doing quite well.
I don't remember. Did Steven actually do anything? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember if he... I think he tried to, but it failed. Maybe he tried to hit Razorback?
Yeah, he tried to hit Razorback with a spell, but he missed. And I think he only had one turn to do something, one or two turns, and he missed everything.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he tried to escape the moonbeam and kept knocking him back in.
Look, all I'm saying is Steven was useful for one thing. He showed us a new strategy with moonbeam that we will be using the shit out of for the next while.
I already know exactly what I want to do next time.
But anyway.
But that'll be next time.
Right, so Ragahdi has surrendered along with the oh, there's another pirate here. I guess Starsha will have Homie for right now yell down to the others on the ship, and I guess around that Ragahdi surrendered, stand down, or face the consequences.
Right, because there's like a whole other group that.
Yeah, there's like more people coming, so we want to make it very clear right now. If anyone comes onto this ship with the intent to fight, we are going to treat them like they had the intent to fight. Is all I'm going to say.
All right.
I'm sure the guard captain or Brian and Magellan can dissuade them up there of the hope of any outcome other than death taking them.
Yes. In fact, Magellan, after you hear Homie yelled out that instruction, you see the pirate swashbuckler on the deck above you just run straight for the edge and attempt to dive into the water down below.
We got a runner.
No way.
Let me go.
No
I
way.
can chase him down real quick.
We could look. We didn't say run. We said drop your shit. All right.
Listen here.
Magellan decided what he's gonna do there.
You know what? Do I feel like doing this role right now? Oh, fuck it. Yeah. Let's see what happens. I was just trying to see if I can hawk him down.
Okay, you are I'll show you where you are. Oh fuck. I didn't mean that.
It's fine.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so they're in a deck above you, 30 feet away. So you'd have to, if you want to get close to them, you'd have to climb the stairs. But they'd be able to jump off well before you could do that.
So the other way would be to jump off the deck and follow
But could I?
Or you could shoot
jump off
them.
the deck and follow?
it. You are very far away, Marliana. Like extremely
Okay, but
even
in
at
the
full
water,
sprint.
I'll catch up quick. In the water,
True.
I'll catch
Alright.
up. So
I'll tell you what. I'll shoot him. I'll try to like wing him or whatever. And if he's still trying to swim away, Marliana, it's up to you.
What are you trying to do?
Somebody's
So we're trying to
leave.
have them surrender, and they're running away, and I don't agree. We don't agree.
I don't agree either.
What's Brian thinking right now? He hasn't said anything.
I got my gun ready. Okay.
Right.
Before he
Brian-
tries to jump. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Brian is just kind of, he's just gonna let it go. He's already sheathed his sword. He's ready to go over and investigate the Ragahdi situation.
Ooh. Well, while he does that, Magellan's gonna pull out his pistol and be like, "I am so ready to drop another one of you. I will do it again." If he decides to jump off that deck, well, I warned him.
They will hear this threat as they're like grabbing the ballast, or not the ballast, the awning, not the awning, fuck, the railing.
The railing. It's fine.
As they grab the railing, they look over at you from above where you are and just kind of consider for a moment, and then immediately move to like jump over. Oh. Yeah.
They were warned,
Ooh.
alright? They were warned. Magellan is not doing anything wrong in Starship's book. They were warned, alright?
Magellan, your aim is true, and you successfully shoot this pirate in the thigh as they drop down into the water and start bleeding profusely inside the sea.
Why are you doing?
I wonder what could be attracted to that,
Oh.
Ooh.
as some creatures of the sea
Oh no.
start to gather as this pirate attempts to swim away. before they can reach shore, it seems that they're pulled under by some sea creatures.
Oh, that's seeing that, I'm much less interested in chasing him.
Now, see, how is
Like-
that our fault? All right.
It's not.
Exactly. If you're asking me, complete act of nature, nothing we can do.
It's,
You hear their
okay.
screams, their agonized cries as they begin being waterboarded as they go
Okay.
and subsequently get drowned.
As that happens, I look over the railing and say, "Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys." God, if there was anybody else left from that crew, I would have looked at them like, "Who's next?"
Unfortunately or unfortunately, everyone else that's around is either dead or Ragahdi. So,
Yeah.
speaking of
Exactly.
Ragahdi,
Oh, yeah.
now that I
How's he
don't have to
doing?
face that man, I kind of want to inspect his body.
Yeah, let's
Whoa.
strip him of everything he's got. Sasha,
Yeah, let's
Sasha
strip
wouldn't
him.
say it like that. She would say, remove all of the things he has on him, make sure he can't do anything to fight back.
Yes. All right. Inspection.
I think you have the highest.
Magellan, would you like to move over towards the main group, or where your friends mainly are?
Homie, help me out with this roll. I know you got good
Let's
inspection
go.
too.
Yeah, what?
Oh, do you
Can I
need
help
move?
Do you have a person inspection?
Oh.
If you do, you can.
I do believe he does now.
You should help.
Let's see.
I'm pulling up my document.
Yeah, I'm also pulling up. I don't
You
think
might
I
have-
person
I've got a
inspection.
+5. Homie might have higher than me. I don't remember.
I think you have the highest inspection on the team right now, at least until I get.
Well, that's true, but after updating homie's sheet,
Oh, right.
it might
Okay.
not be true. We'll see what happens.
Inspection. Mine is close to yours, but it's not versed, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure homie's versed now.
that I wouldn't be surprised by.
Magellan, as you begin to make your way up, the second flight of stairs that you're about to go up,
Apparently, I get a
You
request
see-
access from Eli for homie.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
huh?
Because Eli made a new document
Oh, he
for
made
homie
right.
2.0. I
Yeah.
have to request access for it.
Oh, are you? All right, let me pull that up real quick. That's kind of hilarious.
That's
I'm just
funny.
gonna give you ownership. Homie.
You have to
Just
hurry
saying
your
out
character
loud.
back.
You have to earn homie shit.
that is absolutely hilarious. I cannot believe it. But it says you have access. Look, I'm just gonna transfer ownership. There you go. Send invitation. I don't know why that's happening. You're using your boy Lewis's Gmail, right?
Oh, alright, that's probably what I have.
Oh, okay. I'll also share it to this one you requested because why not? But you now have ownership to your own.
Cool.
That's kind of hilarious.
And what role were we checking at right now?
Well,
Okay.
I might as well check.
Inspection.
Well, we're both here now, so yeah, you got it. Yeah, your inspection it's not as good, but you are versed.
Alright, I mean, I can help.
You can help.
You should do
So,
Do
11.
it up there.
I have
that. Was that with
favorite.
verse?
Help.
Or not verse favorite? No.
Hey, 23.
Let's go.
Thank you, homie.
Okie dokie. So, continuing, Magellan, you're about to climb up the second flight of stairs. And as you are, you see Gathor beside the stairs, between the railing and the stairs, just on the ground, just kind of chilling. It looks like she fell at some point, and is just kind of coming to grips with her new position in life. Do with that information what you will, as she slowly starts to get her hands underneath her, and then her legs, and eventually kind of try to stand up.
Oh boy. Magellan looks at Cathor, kind of looking her up and down like, you're good? You need water? I don't know what you need right now, but what do you need? You seem, I don't know the word. Exhausted? Perturbed? Petrified? No, that's not the word. You're a word, okay?
I will say that as you ask her if she needs water, you directly observe that she is soaking wet.
Hey, yo.
And at that point in time, she looks over at you and just gives you the death glare.
It could be salt water.
Talking.
She could be soaked in salt water, so you could be still thirsty and wet.
That is true.
Exactly.
So you know, I'm totally
We're
backing up
inland,
Magellan
so this
here.
is probably not a sea. This is probably a river. So it's
Well.
probably fresh water.
Seeing the little death glare, Magellan is like, okay, I see there was something I said that definitely set you off. I am definitely just gonna back away a little bit, you know?
No, double down. Ask her if she wants a lemonade instead of water.
That's not how that fucking. Anyways, do you want a lemonade, a sweet tea, a Arnold Palmer, if you will?
That one's good. That's a great one.
Good line. I'm sure she won't bite you in half.
As you back up along the stairs, she's going to attempt to climb up the side of the stairs. And is going to heft herself halfway up the side, and with her arms still, like with her legs and waist still not on top of the stairs, with her claws and nails digging into the wood, she's going to say to you, I want your blood in a chalice so I can drink it.
God.
And she's going to continue to heft herself up the stairs.
I think it worked too good, Lewis.
What how does Lewis? What the fuck?
Look, listen here. Number 4. You don't have to do this.
Number 4.
There's no way you just called Gathor number 4. Did I hear that wrong?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That would have been a joke and a half for anyone who's a One Piece fan, but.
Yes. I love the double references.
How
But yeah.
loud is their commotion, I guess? I should ask. They're like only about 10.
Oh, it's pretty loud.
Okay.
Oh, it's pretty loud. She says that quite loudly.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I imagine the first part we didn't hear, we definitely heard the I want to drink your blood in the chalice part, and like... Sasha just sighs. One moment, she
What confirms a vampire? Question mark?
Gathor! Magellan, what are you doing?
That's not what I'm doing. This what she's about to do to me. I don't think I like it.
Sasha,
She
you
wants
turn
my
over.
blood in the cup. She wants my blood in the cup.
Gathor.
How big is the cup?
Not the
Chalice, so I guess.
Man, a cup
Oh,
worth
yeah.
of blood is nothing to, laugh at. That's for sure.
Gathor,
You do it.
what are you doing?
She's fully stood up right now and is just kind of walking along, probably trying to be menacing towards Magellan, and is just, she's just gonna look generally pissed, but she won't do anything else.
Imagining Gathor as menacing is only bringing up a cute vibe for me.
It is funny. It's much more easy to see in her dragon form, I imagine.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Well, if she doesn't seem like she's actively going to try to hurt Magellan, then Starsha will leave that
Yeah.
alone.
There's a difference between natural aggression and BOS aggression, and it's kind of a worry.
That
we
was
have
what
at
she
the
was
moment.
trying to confirm was this BOS aggression or was this just her having a moment? It seems like it's just her having a moment, which that's fine. Okay, so she'll turn back. So what did you both
Yes.
find? Looking at
All right.
Homie and Marley.
Investigating Ragahdi, you find his napalm infused weapon.
Oh,
Right, that goes to
Um,
Magellan because none of us can use the shit.
right. Yeah, it's an advanced weapon. Literally, no one else can use it but Magellan. Magellan, how dare you? Be good at weapons.
Now this is epic.
Magellan has gotten. We'll get most of the weapons that come our way for now, at least.
I'm just that guy, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I should put some points in towards just general advanced weapon proficiency.
But if the thing is, are you gonna use them?
I have no other weapon.
You don't
But
need other weapons.
I don't. You're not wrong, okay? But napalm sounds cool.
That is true.
You know, it does, but you know the art of how to hurt a guy, so you're good.
I do know the art of how to hurt people.
Is that
What
it?
was that? Oh.
So it's, yeah.
2d4 napalm damage. Nice.
That is, and it's one-handed.
Yep, it's
It's got
aquatic.
deflect.
One-handed.
That sounds cool.
It's got deflect. It's versatile.
It's light, man.
I'll be honest. Kind of half chubbed up looking at that.
But okay. Listen. Your spear works so well with the party in mind, because homie,
Yeah, it
with
does,
his
actually.
bleeding headbutt effect, plus you as someone who can make people bleed, it's such a good combo.
Well, I mean,
It
Well, I
is.
mean, what if he,
nobody.
someone else
uses
uses the
weapon.
spear?
I wonder how much it could sell for. I mean,
What do
it
we
is-
want this weapon out in the public?
No, we're not gonna whip it out
Eh,
in public,
it's a
alright?
normal weapon.
We're just gonna.
I hope you don't whip it out in public.
Look, I know my choice of words is poor there, alright? Listen, we'll just. We'll sit on it. Maybe we auction it, okay?
Were you gonna sit on it? That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh,
Oh,
sit
And
on
a
it.
flintlock.
I
Oh,
hope not.
obviously,
Honestly,
that's gotta go to Magellan.
the
Who else?
flintlock?
Oh, actually, Starsha, maybe.
Blunderbuss. What, the flintlock? Why would I want the flintlock?
I don't know. Because
It's
there.
actively worse than the 2 pistols I have.
Look, all I saw was weapon, and I thought, Starsha.
That's fair. The
But I guess
blunderbuss
it's not
isn't
special,
the
so yeah,
worst.
never mind.
Nah. I mean,
All right,
look,
Magellan,
we
you
just
got
sell
your
it as a
weapons. You
set.
can take all of them. It's not like you're holding on to
How,
anything
how
else,
much
right?
would this go for? The Ragahdi, the red set, alright?
Yeah, if we sell it on the black market, people should know that these weapons belong to someone.
Bro, we don't even need
Of
to sell
higher
it to the
standing.
black market. We could sell this to, like, Lapsus. Like, hey, look, guys, we took out one of the great pirates. Here's all their
Wait.
stuff.
Is his
Oh, you're
peg leg
right.
real? Does he actually have a peg leg?
I don't know if he does or not, does
He does not have a peg leg.
That would be so
Uh-huh.
demeaning if we took this living person's peg leg. Oh my
he? Well,
god.
living current.
So he has real legs.
Yes.
For now.
So he can take his
Oh.
legs
Think of it this way.
and give him
There's a
peg
way that we
legs.
can make
All I'm saying is I don't know if we have the medical expertise to take someone's legs and not kill them when they're on 1 HP.
I was about to say, because we can make this not aesthetic, and we can turn this from aesthetic to a prosthetic real quick, okay?
But
Anyway.
actually, look, you're right. This is a well-known pirate. There should be a bounty on him, right?
Yeah, actually, that was the other thing I was thinking is there probably is a bounty on him. Hey, what is his name? Brian. Brian, is there a bounty on Ragahdi?
Brian is going to walk over and he's gonna come over beside you. He's gonna peer into Raghady's eyes and say, I actually don't know. I haven't looked at the newly posted bounties yet, but he could be on there.
I mean, he was one
Is
of
there any
the
chance we
greats
could
from what
roll for
Magellan
that?
said and lapses at least, so it should at least more than 1,000.
More than 1,000? 1,000? Like 1,000? All right. Well, now I really want to make a recollection or local to try and remember if there is a bounty that could exist for this man.
Okay,
Um.
go for it.
We're just having this conversation out loud in front of Ragahdi, like, go, bro, I wonder how much he sells for.
All right. Well, if I'm using recollection because my local regal is dog water, so let's see what happens. I mean, that's
not
fair,
bad.
I guess.
Yeah, that's 16.
I had interest in other pirates. I didn't really study Ragahdi, but I know some people.
You recall a posting in the guild on the typical like area where you normally find guild jobs. There was a posting for a particular band of pirates. If you remember the name that was mentioned before by, I think it was Magellan.
Oh, the Crooked Red Hook.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that pirate? That's his band, right? Right?
You said
Correct,
Crooked Red Hook?
yeah.
I just want to write that down.
I think it's Crooked or Broken.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It's one of those two names, I think. Crooked or Broken Red Hooks, from what I remember.
I think it might be broken.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's broken. 'Cause they have like a broken
Yeah.
thing on their name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's broken.
Yeah, it's Broken Red Hook Bandits.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, bandits, not pirates?
Oh,
bandits, pirates.
and like they used to be,
What are bandits?
called
But the
Red
land
Hook.
pirates, you know.
Exactly.
Fair,
But you
fair,
know,
fair.
they used to be called the Red Hooks before the pirate crackdowns.
Right,
Kind of like
so
got to them.
the broken
Yeah.
Red Hooks. But anyway, you were saying
Broken Red Hook.
how much?
That particular posting was for, oh, if you bring, I'm trying to think of something that's not like too exorbitant, but also like enough to be tempting.
I could imagine it
But-
might be like if you bring members from their group, like they can be confirmed.
Yeah.
Like something, and then maybe like for specific people they had like a special listing. So,
I think the special listing would have probably been for like, if you can help give their location or like take them in, then it would be like probably. I'll give you 1,000 gold for that. I'll consider it.
We'll show up with the main man himself. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
You'll
If we
see
show up with the main
Marliana's
man
eyes sparkle with a golden little sparkle when she remembers that this guy alone could potentially actually be worth 1,000 gold. I won't say anything, but if you can read her face, you'll know this man is worth money.
Starch is gonna be like, how the mighty have fallen, Ragahdi. I would have thought you'd been worth more than that. Just gives him a slight smirk.
He will sit at your shoes.
Well, if you're that chipper, then you should do some talking in a moment. We have some questions for you.
I imagine we should keep him alive. Would we think
Go on now.
that anyone would be willing to hurt him while we're delivering him to the guild?
Do you ask that aloud?
Oh, wait, you didn't? Did you ask that aloud, or?
I did ask that out loud,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, Starch would just say, that's a good point.
Brian will say, I would make sure that no one harms him on his travels
Well, definitely
to the
would
brink.
I would at least trust it
His
if the
travels
guild was
are our
monitoring it.
travels. We're not leaving him alone until we get that bounty. Okay?
Well, I mean, we'll head to the guild hall after this. I don't see a problem with that, so. we drop him off there. I would definitely, no offense, Brian, trust the guild currently over the Lapsus Guard.
Eobon doesn't like that comment.
Yeah, absolutely, but I am sticking with that statement.
Eobon is going to say, I'm sorry? I don't exactly see why you would be more equipped to take him in once we reach the town than the guild. Or, I'm sorry, I fucked that up. Ben is in the background and he's distracting me.
I know what you meant, like the last
Yeah.
Sarsha would just point back to the cut in half, slightly, well, probably not slightly, heavily burned form of Steven, and just say, like that Lapsus Guard there that's doing such an outstanding job.
You can't be the only one.
Exactly.
He considers it a little bit more.
Brian,
you
seem like a man.
He's not.
You yourself had to go into partial hiding to investigate the situation. I think that speaks volumes for the issues of trust in the Lapsus Guard and other groups within Lapsus at the moment.
And the guild, they're definitely gonna take care of the job. I'm sure you believe that some of your Lapsus soldiers are capable, but if you want to see true justice, just let the guild take care of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
You hit him where it hurts.
Yeah, it really did.
Hit him right in the.
I was trying. I was trying.
God damn.
Even Star's just like, even in her sniding it, she's like, damn, that was a pretty deep cut. She's gotta admit.
Ugh. That hurts his pride a little bit. But he understands, but he is not happy about it.
If it's in
you can tell all.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was just gonna say that it's written all over his face that he understands, but he's disgusted by the fact by everything that's going on.
Yeah. If it's
and also just like he's wounded, like deeply his heart is wounded. He's suffered a few hits to his pride today.
People remember this.
The worst thing about it is the person that said it is technically Lapsus. Everyone, like, it would kind of make sense for Starsha, Homie, or someone else to say it, but the person that said it was someone that was from Lapsus. That was like, yeah, just let the guild take it. It's even worse. Cut runs deep. But Starsha will ask, if it's any consolation, Brian, we do trust you.
It's just that this whole thing is hurting my pride. Everything that's going on right now hurts. I'm supposed to be the captain, the leader.
You can take credit for it. We're still turning him into the guild, but you can be the guy who did it.
No. That wouldn't be proper protocol at all. I'm not going to do that to you. You deserve the reward. You've done more than enough to earn it. I'm just...
So it's settled then. We'll take him to the guild. I'm glad you agree.
I'm just so disappointed. I'm supposed to be the leader. I'm supposed to be the one helping to bring justice to this town, this city, but...
And you are.
You were here, though. You made a difference. I'm sure we couldn't have done this without you.
He's gonna take a moment. He's gonna go off to the side. He's gonna look at Ragahdi and he's gonna say, if you cause any trouble, you'll be facing opposition from many sides. Don't think that you can get away with anything, even when you set foot inside the city walls. We'll be watching. Ragahdi does not say anything in response.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be speaking.
So, Starcha, should we contact Bari? Maybe let him know that we've got someone important
Probably
inbound.
Fari and Greyfang. We should probably be coordinating this. If more people that we trust are aware of what we're doing, it's probably for the best if something, like you just said, Marliana, does happen. We need to make sure all our ducks are in a row here. I guess the statement for her, probably all our foxes are in a row.
It's a cute one either way. Yeah, what a statement.
So, that being said, let's contact them after we get the information we need from Ragahdi here. So,
I'm sure you can completely take care of that.
right.
I want to see what's on the ship.
Yes,
Homie,
go
let's go
ahead with
now.
Homie. Explore. Oh, and if you
I'm
see
gonna
any
skip
other...
away briefly.
Well, she'll say, oh, if you see any other, we'll say... What's the word I'm looking for? Stowaways. Ensure that they know that Ragahdi has surrendered, and if they do not do the same, well, they heard the screams earlier off the side of the deck. I'm sure they would not like to be part of them.
Does Ragahdi have any sort of like jewelry or like general small pieces of gear that would be easily recognizable as Ragahdi's property? Oh yeah, he's got a hat, right?
Yeah, it would be the hat.
I'm taking his hat. Just so I can have proof that he is down.
It's like walking around with the crown of the king.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, such a
But-
good idea.
But one's legal and the other one isn't, apparently.
I was about to say, I'm like, Luke, you know all about that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go up to Ragahdi. I think I'll be taking this, and I'll
I
pluck
just
his hat
found
right off.
it.
You did, you liar. Sorry.
Now come on, homie, let's go explore. And I'm gonna go skip off joyfully.
I'm gonna go in his room.
Here to find
Where's
treasure.
Raghady's room? The captain always has a room on the ship.
Yeah, they got
That'll be the first place to go. It's gotta be
Probably
towards.
the
I was thinking the back.
Wouldn't it be underneath us?
front, right? Well,
Most
yeah,
It's- I thought-
it's,
I start punching the
Definitely
floor.
underground.
We
Or
we're going through the floor.
there is probably doors.
We're going through the floor.
Alright. Well, I'll let Starship will focus on questioning. Magellan, you wanna
The
help?
door might be locked anyway, so we
Oh.
have to find a way in.
I mean, it's
What
not like
better
we
way
can
in?
salvage the ship and use it ourselves, right? I mean, it's a pretty notorious ship.
Starship's got some thoughts about that, but we'll wait until after you guys ransack this place.
Let us
Uh,
go.
How do I go through a floor?
Sorry, I mean, repurpose.
we'll kick it.
things.
Kick it? I
Yeah.
kicked the shit out the fucking floor. Oh wait, no, I can't have a pickaxe. I can
Let's
pickaxe
go.
the floor.
Maybe we should
Worse?
like go towards the.
Would it be worse?
Oh, I can't make it that way. I feel like we should do this in the center of the ship since it's closer. It's like less elevation. Like somewhere over here.
Time Marliana and how we are done with this ship. It's gonna be like 14 holes all around it. They bust
But the room,
Why
the
did you
room is
do
underneath
doors?
us.
I didn't see any doors. I saw perfectly open floors though.
after you were done, yes.
Let me just roll a
I
20.
moved you.
What?
Alright, never mind. I ain't going through nothing.
Oh.
Okay, because I will help you. I'll help. It's fine. Don't do that. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, was that an inspection?
No, that was a fitness / endurance to break through the floor.
Okay. You will break through the door or the floor.
The floor door.
The
It
floor
is.
door.
An open door.
And guess what? You found the best room in the house because
Yeah.
you've happened upon the bathroom.
Oh.
I was wondering, I was like, the best room in the house. I'm like, there's only 2 places I could think that would be, but...
There are several buckets in this room, some of which are filled with feces already. So the room stinks.
Ah,
And it also smells like urine. So you got the whole package. Would you like to enter the room through the roof, or would you like to
I'm not
attempt
jumping down
something
there.
else?
I refuse. I completely refuse to jump down that. Homie, there's nothing down there that's worth our time. Let's
But what's
find
below the
another.
bathroom? See?
I'm not going down there.
Well,
You
where's the
wanted
doors?
to. You wanted to go in the
Wait.
bathroom?
Yeah, fuck it. Almost 5,000. Every hole is a goal.
I don't know how I feel about that statement.
You see. Okay, alright. Okay. You go through the hole in the roof. You enter the bathroom. The stench is quite overpowering, especially when you're in the room.
Yeah.
It
I hear
seems
they
like
got good ventilation now, at least.
Oh, but here's the best part.
Oh,
There is no ventilation in this bathroom.
Well, there
there's
is
a
now
hole
a
in the
giant hole
roof.
in the wall.
Yeah, there's a giant hole in the roof.
I mean, I'm sure we're
Yeah.
dealing with the effects of all that rank and stank just collecting, but soon, maybe in an hour, it'll be better. But I'm certainly not jumping down there with homie. I'll take a door. You know what? That was fun. We had a good little laugh. I cannot do that. I can't. I can't.
But there's a door here. There's a door to the bathroom.
Yeah, obviously. How do you think they get in there normally?
They patch up the hole.
Every time.
And they remake it.
Homie, I'll meet you down there, okay? I'm gonna go find an actual door because, homie's fun, but, there's more efficient ways to do things.
Shoot yourself. I'm already down here.
I'll catch up, I promise.
Well, Marliana, would you like to roll an inspection?
Yes, let's find a more efficient way to get down there.
All right. Homie, I imagine you would open the door that leads outside of the bathroom.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
That's
You
not
open the door.
terrible. Shouldn't be bad.
The door leads directly to the other part of the deck. You are now right here.
Oh. Let's see. There was a door there. Yeah, I found a door.
I'm already looking for other doors. Again, I don't expect this to be that challenging. I mean, a boat's layout shouldn't be that confusing.
Unfortunately, you peek through a lot of different doors. You do not come upon anything interesting or salvageable.
Homie, come help me.
Alright,
God
fine.
damn
We're,
it.
look,
That-
we're
that
looking for
statement
different
hurt my
doors.
soul more after
Right,
what you
different.
fucking-
So not this door, but different door, right?
Different door.
Different door. Not this door, different door.
Oh.
Oh no.
I found a
homie.
door. Just the bathroom door.
Get to yourself a different door. You immediately 180 look back at the door you just came through and say, "Look, I found a door."
Oh my god. Oh, homie. Why didn't you move before you started searching? Go.
Door.
I guess I'll have to drag homie away from the area he's in. Because clearly he is not willing to let these toilets go.
Maybe I have to use the
Smell.
bathroom. Do I have the? When was the last time homie has used the bathroom?
It might
Oh,
have
that's
been
a great question. Probably, you probably did it at some point in the woods, walking through.
Good old woods.
It's
Wood
been
tunnels.
probably an hour.
But in homie's mind, this is a historic ship. And if I were to use the bathroom on a historic place, that would make my bathroom usage historic.
I hate the logic, except I can't find any flaws in it. Which I hate more.
I would like to historically use the bathroom.
Using this historic bathroom, you feel a sense of a sense of belonging in history. You reflect as you defecate. You reflect upon your life. Your life flashes before your eyes, or behind your eyelids. You recall happy memories, sad memories, surprising memories. And most of all, you know that now your shit is going down in history.
They're gonna be writing this shit in a text.
I can't believe this is happening.
No. Now that my name is going down to history, what are you guys doing?
I prefer to stay outside of the history books. But good on you. Good on you.
I'll give you an autograph.
Wash your hands first.
Maybe wash your hands first, yeah.
I didn't see any sinks in there.
No surprise, these dirty pirates.
My wife is a pirate.
I didn't stutter.
No!
Oh, actually, wait, no, I'll wait until Antonio's back before I bring that up. Anyways, should we maybe go deeper into the ship and actually try to find something worth our time?
Which way
Luckily,
is deeper?
So the good part is that Gathor has already handled that for you.
Gathor, you beautiful person, thank you so much.
She has gone back in this crevice and comes back out beside the stairs on the main deck and carries with her a trunk. Or carries behind her, I should say, a trunk. It is closed.
Gathor, what do you got? What do you got there?
She lets it thud to the ground, and she says, "A box."
Boxes usually have things inside them. Should we figure out what's in there?
She bends over, looks for a lock. It doesn't seem that the trunk is locked. So she will stand up and begin to try and lift the lid. But it seems that he's struggling a little bit with the lid. And she stands back from the chest and looks at you with a slightly pitiful look in her eyes, asking for help.
I will run to her help, or run to her aid. Gathor found something of value while homie took a shit and I wasted my time opening random ass doors.
I didn't take just a shit. I took a historical
Yeah, he
shit.
took a historic shit. Who the fuck cares?
History. History cares.
Is that the nat 1 I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Well, no.
that was,
maybe? No, yeah,
no,
it
that
is
was the
because
door.
he went to immediately search after leaving the restroom and he made a complete 180 like, oh, this looks like the right place to go, and went into the bathroom. So yeah, technically you're right there. That was his fucking nat one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
so.
what did
But
you
yeah,
want?
I'll rush to Gathor's aid. Is it
I
a
would
magical
imagine
trunk?
if. Oh no, it's not a magical trunk. It's just a normal metal trunk.
Oh, she's just struggling a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I will try to open it then.
It opens pretty easily.
Oh.
Inside you will find these. I think he will be happy. I'm going to put this in Discord. Do you want it in Discord and Roll20, or just Roll20, or just Discord?
Discord.
Why
Like
not
this
both?
fine.
Yeah, but we can pin it.
I'll give you the weapons that you got as well in
Cool.
Discord.
Weapons, more from Magellan.
No, it was the ones he already picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Sensational.
Sorry, my Discord is loading.
I got notified about that.
Oh. Not bad.
Elemental fire journal. It's not bad at all. Yeah, that's the other side.
The potion of haste. 2,000 gold?
Wow.
2,000 gold.
Oh,
Y'all gonna be rich after this.
Indeed. We might have to use a lot of that money though, depending on what guy ever needs, but that might be okay.
Look, my eyes are locked onto the gold. I see nothing else.
Thor appears inside the trunk with you and says, That's a quite sizable amount of gold there.
I'm gonna hug Thor and like swing her around in excitement because she found this trunk. So this is all because of her. I am very words are failing me. Excited, sure. I'm very excited for this discovery.
What, like 2 weeks? That's a lot of money.
As you pick her up, she will squeal a little bit, like.
I will swing her, whether she enjoys it or not. Well, Gathor, you found this treasure. You should pick what you want from it.
She's going to look inside. Consider, she'll probably take a greater healing potion. And that's it.
Well, I guess we should split the money between us. I'm gonna whisper, not including Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, ooh, that potion of haste, that's kind of, it's kind of nice. But someone else could maybe use it. I don't need it. Yeah, someone else can have it. I just want the money. Money is nice.
Also, there's potential for more money if nobody uses those, that +1 blunderbuss, and 2 blunderbuss. Keep selling.
Oh, actually, I might take a javelin.
Maybe
Outside of my energy attacks, I have no way to attack at range.
Why not check both?
Well, someone else might want one.
Does anyone else have
Well,
no, homie doesn't either, so
Well, homie has his whip that has decent
oh yeah, that's
range.
not decent range, never mind.
Marliana, outside of pure gold, she is not a greedy person. So yeah, maybe homie, you should take the other javelin because I'd feel.
We can always figure this out when you bring everything to everybody. You don't have to do it immediately. Uh-oh. Hello.
Yeah, but it's too
Hello?
clunky, too big.
That's what happened. Okay.
Where am I gonna put it?
I don't know. You could put it in your tail belt.
Yeah, but then it's just like a big old javelin hanging on the side.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright, well then, I'll take both. Symmetry is nice, and you know, I'll have one hanging on each side of my backpack, I suppose.
Alright.
So- What exactly does a fire javelin entail?
I will go and look it up real quick. So Lily can focus on the other.
Oh, Gathor, thank you so much. A second hug may be inbound.
Let us sit down.
Yeah, she's just gonna stand there awkwardly after you spin her around, probably a little bit dizzy too.
Oh. You'll be fine.
Alright. Nope. Oh, wait. Alright. Alright, so these iron javelins are magic weapons. When you throw it and it hits a target, you can speak a command word to cause it to immolate. Well, immolate with an attuned element, dealing an extra 1d8 of that element's damage. This immolation will destroy the javelin and cannot be used again. Well, alright. I assume it's just a basic elemental javelin, so yes. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBC for that. Explanation was heard, right?
Yes.
I can copy and paste it as well.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm gonna write down.
2,000
That's
divided by.
yeah, that's 400 gold each, right?
5 way under it, yes.
Yeah. So everybody, go ahead and add 400 gold to your character sheets.
Damn, that's like
I know how to
that's a lot of
spell.
money.
Said 400?
Yeah, to everyone.
Yeah.
400?
Mhm.
Damn, that is more money I think that I've ever had in my pouch at once.
But let me open up my inventory. Yeah, no, my max was 3 fucking 13. So yeah,
it's
that
double.
hell fucking yeah. So 713
I almost
now.
tripled mine.
Yeah, I don't really have much to spend on, you know.
And again, we're probably gonna sell some of this stuff because I don't imagine everyone's gonna need the flintlocks or the blunderbuss.
Nope.
We'll worry about that later. We have more pressing things.
Yes.
I'm gonna copy
Magellan,
all this.
would you like to join Sarsha in talking to Ragahdi? Or would you like to join Brian and Razorback in their discussion?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? Magellan's gonna wait. He's gonna be like, you know what? On one hand, it would be nice to tease that guy Ragahdi. I didn't even get to fight him. On the other hand, wonder what Brian's got to say about this. Probably not much, but I'm gonna go over there and irritate Brian.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go to Brian.
Okie dokie. Brian and Razorback appear to be looking at a small lockbox.
Oh. What do we have here?
Razorback is going to look at you as you approach and as you ask the question, and he's going to say, I found this in the back, over at the front of the deck. It appears to be a lockbox, but it must have some kind of importance. I'm going to attempt to open it. You might want to stand back.
You ain't gotta tell me
He's going
twice.
he's going to set the lockbox down on the ground, and he is going to take his spear and jab it into, well, I should describe how he's setting the lockbox on the floor. He has the lockbox set on the floor such that the lock and how it would open is like flat. So it would,
So we can like pry it off, basically.
yeah.
Hey,
Yep. So he takes his spear, holds it over the lockbox, and jams it down into the crack between the lid and the main part of the box, and tries to pry it open, which is successful. The lockbox opens. It folds on the floor. He bends over, picks it up, and examines the contents with you and Brian. It appears that the contents are a simple piece of paper. He takes the paper out, opens it up, reads it, and as he's reading, he narrows his eyes, and there's a look of disgust that starts to appear on his face. He finishes, or so it seems. He folds the paper back into its original configuration and says to Brian as he hands the paper over to him, well, looks like someone is on the move, and unfortunately, if things progress as they are, it seems that there will be an end to any progress and peace lapses. I'm sorry, but I must report this to my chieftain immediately, so I have to leave. So I will leave this in your care. And as a warning, someone very close is allowing or enabling the Altus regime's stochastic efforts. I hope that this helps you find whoever it is, although I assume it's someone quite high up with a lot of power. With that said, I will take my leave now. And good luck to you.
Wait, I just missed the last couple minutes. Who's leaving?
Razorback. They found.
Oh, okay.
They just opened. I don't know if you're here for the lockbox part.
No.
They found a lockbox in the front of the ship, and they just wrenched it open with their spear. Whatever was in the contents of this letter, basically told them, they basically said somebody is trying to start stuff in Lapsus, and if things go their way, then it won't be good. Is I guess the gist of it. Seems like
more evidence to think that the people in Lapsus are a little cursed.
Maybe just a little bit.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, they said that somebody's trying to fuel the Altus. I assume Altus review is referring to stochastic actions. So probably is evident with the fact that Stephen is, Stephen is currently sitting beside him.
R.I.P. But no P. Fuck that guy.
No P.
Rest in piss.
He could be resting in pieces.
I was gonna say rest in piss, actually. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. He's leaving Lucas. He needs to report this and the situation with Chief.
Wait.
Yep.
Can you tell your chieftain that like we're on your side and that we just give us a good word, okay? That's it.
I'm pretty sure that goes without saying.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But as you see him start to leave, Marliana, as you're on the main part of the deck, and as he has to leave through the main part of the deck, I'm sorry if you hear Ben in the background. You do see him leave, Marliana. So if you want to say that, you can, and he will also respond with the same thing that I said, which is, I think that goes without saying.
Well, it's always nice to have new friends, and she'll smile and wave.
They will respond with, indeed. Same to you. And, head out.
I mean, I don't know how close Starsha is, but Starsha is definitely curious what that letter says that made them react that way. Or whatever.
Yes.
I guess it's not. I don't know if it's a letter or not. I'm assuming it's a letter. But it could just be like a dossier or something. Dossier, what I'm thinking of?
I don't know what the word is.
But like
my brain too eepy.
Stuff. But anyway, yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I'm holding you up.
No, you're fine. Brian takes the paper as it's handed to him, and once Razorback leaves, he will look at you, Magellan, and unfold the paper, read it, and at the end, he will look quite surprised. And he just kind of mumbles, "What?
Can we read the paper?"
He does.
I was gonna read it out loud.
No, he rereads it. It seems that he looks back up at the top and then reads through it again, and he says, "This, he scratches his head a little bit.
Magellan looks at him like, well, spit it out. What's going on here?
Can I just get the paper?
Yeah, Starsha's looking over like, what does it say?
Are you illiterate too?
He says, "No, I'm not illiterate. But just look." He will hand it to whoever is closest to him, who's probably Magellan.
I take that shit.
Yeah.
I don't think you're new. Are you biased?
I don't know. I wish I was.
We're not as close as you'd probably like to be because we were in charge of treasure duty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Homie, you were probably shitting.
Hear what you're talking about, I imagine.
You were probably pooping at the time that this is occurring, my guy.
You told me like, what's it say?
Hey, there's a hole in the roof. He can clearly hear for sure.
Read out loud to me. I want to know what's going on.
Okay, here, my colon's occupied. What did he say?
So this paper is a document that describes funds that were shipped to Ragahdi and his crew. And it appears that the funds were intended for procuring some kind of dagger and leaving it in the outskirts of town.
Dagger. What's so special about this dagger?
It doesn't say.
So
The
fun.
letter.
I'm just writing this down. Sorry.
Yep. If you need me to hold for a moment, I will.
Oh no, it's fine. You can keep going. I can
Yeah,
type pretty fast, even if it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll correct our notes later.
Yeah, plus we have a
Okay.
Oh, but you're saying.
I'm sorry. The letter seems to be from someone unknown, but there is a direct path that you don't really understand why the path taken is the way it is, but Eobon will come over and stand beside you and trace the path with his finger and say, "This path takes you around all of the blind spots, takes you through all the blind spots of the guards rounds, and all the surveying and guard detail areas."
So they had insider knowledge. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh shit, he's in the show. He's really in the shit.
Damn, that's some pretty damning evidence. No wonder he reacted like that. I'm gonna finish down here and I'll make my way up. But damn, that's crazy.
Accurate representation of homie in the shitter right now.
Right, homie. Wait, homie, why are you so accurate? What's wrong? Why? Did you punch a hole in the deck? It's just.
Technically, that was me. He just jumped down it and found the laboratories.
You're on the toilets.
Maliana's just gonna look down towards the floor.
Okay, that explains the echo. Be that as it may, turns slightly chuckling a bit. That is. Yeah, homie's right, actually. How many people, other than you, of course, know about the guard details rounds this way? This seems pretty extensive. She's kind of looking at it too. I guess now that we know what we're looking at, like, is it pretty, like, well thought out? Like, yep, these are every single blind spot that you wouldn't need, that the guards wouldn't know to go through.
It does appear pretty well thought out. And here's the kicker. When you look at it, at the bottom, what you see is a signature spelled out as signed by Eobon.
What?
Huh?
He will point at it and he will say, I didn't sign this. This isn't my handwriting. I swear to you. This isn't mine. Look. And he'll take out a pen and a paper. Like the same paper that he uses for his journaling. He'll write his signature on the paper and he'll hand it to you. And you can see that there's a very obvious difference between the two.
Look, alright, I know that Sasha just said we trust you, Eobon. However, I have to. Can I do a mood to see if he is being as forthright and surprised by this information as we are? Or is he bullshit? I'm sorry, I have to, alright? You can't just, like, I can't, like, Sasha wouldn't just not at least question the thought, so may I roll a mood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll
Oh, yeah.
also roll a mood just because I'm curious, but there's no fucking way
Like,
doing
okay, I didn't roll the best, though. I think it's like an 11 or 10. However,
Yeah, better.
my inclination is if he was lying, I don't think he would have shown us the paper.
Don't worry, Eobon, I still trust you.
That's at least her thought pattern. Also, is it like noticeably different handwriting?
Yes.
Okay, so that is something at least to consider.
If you want, you can like analyze the handwriting a little bit more.
I probably
but
can't tell if
it
he's
is.
right or not. Just because I rolled.
I got his name. But,
I wouldn't mind analyzing the handwriting a bit more, depending on what that entails.
Probably an appraisal, right?
Yeah, it'll be an appraisal,
Sure.
which is based off of.
Resourcefulness.
We love a good appraisal.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I don't
Ooh.
know, man. Don't ask me.
I don't mind doing an appraisal because I think I have a. Yeah, never mind. I have a one.
I have a 2.
Magellan, would you like to roll?
Yeah, Magellan.
Yeah, let's do
I don't even have person.
Right.
it.
Very nice.
Everyone wants
We're
to
all
trust
back around the
Iabon,
picture.
but we're all like, I don't know.
He's kind of fishing to me, Yvonne.
Okay. Sasha's going to like take a moment and be like, alright, everyone calm down for a moment. You two especially. Now, here, let's detail the facts of what we have. We have this document that basically outlines not only the guard detail blind spots, but also talks about the procurement of some dagger that we're not aware of at the moment. We might need to look into this. Does it detail anything about the dagger? Just that it's
No.
just that it's special.
Just as special and needs to be delivered to a particular location.
Do we have that location?
Yes.
Food for thought in the future, but for right now, something to note, we have that location. Outside of that, there was a there was a third thing. What was a third thing other than Iabon's name, or was that the third thing? It was just that Iabon had signed it. Or sorry, that if someone had signed it with Iabon's name.
That is it. Other than
Okay.
the
Just wanna
route
make sure.
that it took them through to deliver it was like in the blind spots of our book, all the guard details.
So
Also, I have a question.
yes.
Are you paying attention to Ragahdi at all during this?
I would be every now
I
and again
can't say that
glancing
I am.
over at him. Like, I was right by him until I heard Iabon's name, then I would have probably shifted slightly away from him, like 5 feet, to closer to, like, Magellan, to see where his name is, but I would be, like, this close to Ragahdi still. If I see him moving, I am going to probably smack him with my tail back down.
Can I come up from pooping?
Okay.
now? Or do I have to poop more?
Roll to see if he fell in
You can poop as much as you like.
No, I want to go up. Everything's happening up there.
the...
You don't have to keep pooping.
Yeah, I'm coming
You
up.
can end it.
I'm ending it. That poop is no longer.
So, what is Ragahdi doing? What has he been trying to do?
He would have been looking to see if you don't pay attention to him. If you look away from him, like, do not, like, if you let him out of your peripheral vision for long enough, he will attempt to escape.
Oh, I know. That's why he's in tail's reach. So if I see him doing that, I'm going to crack him in the back of the skull with my tail.
Okay, alright. He'll stay there then.
I would even keep it like slightly raised, just hovering. Like, very obvious that
Yeah.
if you move, I will smack you with this, and it will hurt more than you think it will.
The thick tail.
Yes.
If only it wasn't a weapon, it would be, pleasant.
Well, so it's funny because after the Iabon signing it thing, the last thing then, Ragahdi, you've been quiet. I guess we can start our questioning now. Who's your employer?
Ragahdi is not going to respond.
She'll look over. She'll cross her arms a bit.
Wait, I have an idea. I go downstairs and get one of the buckets.
Oh god.
She's not gonna say anything yet. As homie's doing it in the background, you can hear the sound of it. I guess she'll slowly start speaking again. Are you not going to talk to us? You were so willing to be a little bit chipper a second ago when you spat at me.
Ragahdi's not going to respond in any way.
I have 2 bathroom buckets with me.
You do know that homie is going to dump these on you if you don't stop speaking, so...
He does not respond.
I put one real close to his face. Like a full one. A freshly, not mine, of course. Not, but another one. I want one that looked like it's fresh.
He doesn't move away at all. He just stays exactly as he was. He doesn't even make eye contact with you. He just stays there.
I'll say this. Too.
Wait, before you do anything, we have to transport this man.
That is true. Here's a question, though.
Yeah?
Ragahdi, do you really think that your employer is going to keep you alive? Even if you don't tell us anything right now, the mere thought that you could might be enough for them to cut you off. Wouldn't you rather have
He does not respond.
protection from that?
You know what I want to do? While they're interrogating, I may not be the best suited for this sort of thing. I want to make sure there's nothing approaching us.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Ragahdi's head explodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely want to make sure that we're not about to be surprise attacked in any way. Again, I'm not the person to do this, but, you know, it's an idea, I
No,
guess.
good looking out. That's smart.
Wait, hold on. I know. Do I have a decent soul sensing? Like anything better than my awareness? No, they're the same. They're both garbage. Alright, I'm not an aware person, but that doesn't mean I can't try.
Starsha, while that's happening, Starsha's going to wonder, is there any forms of magic she's aware of that could limit a person speaking on something?
That's unfortunate. Okay. Thor, let's make sure there's no one watching us. Can you help with that?
Gathor will nod. Starsha, go ahead and roll a knowledge element soul.
Oh, I think we don't have that one anymore. I think it's soul energy.
Do we have knowledge arcane still?
That's also soul energy.
Yeah, that's
Those two
also
are
soul
put
energy.
together to make soul energy.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll that then.
10.
Alright.
Even if I use a compass, but it's still 10. Oh, wait, no.
You recall that there are spells that take away a mage's ability to use verbal components, but you don't recall exactly what they are. You know that some spells can also be used in interesting ways to restrict people's speaking, like either through gas or through like perhaps filling the throat with fluid, but other than that.
Does he seem like he's just not willing to speak?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you really are not concerned about your own survival.
I guess pirates aren't what they used to be.
I guess so. I guess.
Oh, I got that name. I got a name drop.
Oh, go ahead.
Name. Where'd it go? I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, this guy clearly isn't anything like Ironhide. Not a capable fighter, to say the least.
Indeed, he did go down wasn't surprised when he surrendered. It would be a little bit more challenging. But be that as it may, and the Red Hooks following from whatever race they had. Still, someone found enough to trudge through the trenches of worst pirates to find something.
I imagine when you fall so far from grace, your expenses are not that high.
Probably explains why there was only 2,000 gold. So, if... Well, unfortunately...
You can
Oh, wait, sorry.
you
I
can
was hoping your
roll a.
reaction was fun.
I would have you roll for for if you get him to react or not. Can you roll
What would you like me to do?
something?
That's a good roll, whatever it
It's a
may
good
be.
roll, whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to add to it, but...
I'm trying to think of something like an instigation roll, but I don't know what that would be. Maybe an
Glare?
intimidation?
Like a glare type thing?
Yeah.
Let me... I think my glare would probably just have one on top of that.
God damn it.
No, it's
Okay.
0, so it's just 17.
Okay.
Its logic could be higher.
You can tell he grimaces, but other than that, he makes no reaction.
A little bit of pride there. Not really sure why you do. I mean, there's not really a reason for you to have pride in what you are.
Well, clearly he's holding on to the past and not the present.
Well, maybe if he wasn't stuck there, he wouldn't be such chopped-livered and bargain bin for everybody else. Well, either way, Eobon, unfortunately, I was hoping that we could at least get Ragahdi to spout something. I mean, he was so boastful about his grand vision of being the main pirate and everything in Lapsus. Climbed up very
I have
quickly.
I have an idea.
What would that be?
Are sharks still around?
Maybe.
All right.
I mean, him being as low as he is on health, he's probably beaten and bloody.
All right then. Well, you're just gonna see Magellan like start dragging him by like his ankle. Doesn't seem like you're gonna get much. We're gonna get much information out of you. I mean, to be honest, your hat, that's enough evidence for a bounty.
That is fair.
Funny enough.
I didn't recall
Like,
saying anything about being alive. Did you, Miguel?
No, I didn't. Matter of fact, I eyed that poster up and down, see if we need you alive or not. Quite frankly, you can be chum like your buddy over there. And that did not sound like a quick and easy death. I'm pretty sure he's still gurgling down there while getting torn to pieces. Ugh.
Probably.
And if Eobon really is the culprits, I'm sure they wouldn't mind you being kept shut, would they? She kind of slightly winks over at Eobon.
As that's happening, you see him like edging towards the railing.
Magellan,
What up?
can you... I'm gonna roll a mood against what you're saying, because I want to see if you're bluffing or not. So, you don't have to tell me whether or not you're bluffing, but I'm just gonna roll the mood.
Okay.
And you're gonna roll against my roll, like...
I could see that being another glare.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Intimidation type thing.
And I am first. So go ahead.
Alright, let me see.
I think Starship Magellan could put on a convincing show.
Not Marliana. She should have
Part of the
involved
reason
herself.
is we might not be acting.
Well, fair.
See, that's the fun of it all. You never know. Hold on, let's see.
Exactly.
Well,
Ah,
okay. That's rough. Oh, still going through with it. So.
Believe me or not, your life is on the line.
If you were trying, I guess if he was trying to tell if you were lying or not, he knows you are not. I guess the point.
Well, can't say I didn't try. So like, he's like basically going. He's gonna drag him like basically down the steps, bumping his fucking head against that.
I will say I'm gonna follow along because Marliana's thinking even if they throw them in the water, we probably shouldn't let him die. So I will jump in after him, but I will not jump in until after Magellan throws.
Starsha, I guess,
But I'm not gonna
follow.
verbalize any of
And
that.
she's just, by the way, while she's following, she's just deadpan staring at Ragahdi.
Okay,
Man.
you don't have Ragahdi bound, right?
Yeah,
I don't think we said we did, but if he wants to try
Oh.
to run, he can go ahead and try.
That's
Feel
why
free
No,
to
he's
try
not
it.
gonna
I
run.
want-
after him because he's not getting away from me.
He's not gonna run.
I'm not. He's not gonna try and run. I was just asking as a general question.
Okay.
He's not tied up, I don't believe.
No, we haven't tied him up.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn, he would really
Then,
let him drown if he was tied up. That's kind of rough. This man is really going through it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Fair. Probably. I don't
Alright.
know.
He is He is not going to respond in any way to your provocations.
That's fine by me. He's gonna go down the two flights of steps, go past Gator, and go to where the pirate was. There should still be like a trail of blood, just right there, or whatever. Like right there. And like
Oh,
he's just gonna
boy.
like
I'll move myself as well over there.
I
I
shall
can't
move
move.
myself also.
I'll move you. There you go.
and like he's gonna basically hold his ankle. Actually, no, he's not gonna do that. He's basically gonna like heave like half his body over the railing, and it's like he gets a good look at the water. He's like, oh man, like they do not clean up well, do they? I mean, there's still a bit of his boot right there, isn't it?
Seems
Oh,
so.
that's worrisome. Any last words for Ragahdi the Red, or you want me to just end your legacy here, as shitty as it was?
Ragahdi does respond. He says, "All right, you've scared me. Take me down off of here, and we can talk."
Does that convince you guys? I'm not really convinced.
Do you have
Are you
anything
gonna-
valuable
mind
to
rolling
say?
a little bit?
Otherwise, you can go into the chunk.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? I don't know unless you tell me.
The first question I asked you. Let's start with that.
Yes, who's your employer? Who sent you on your way to poison these poor people?
Does he know?
That is entirely possible he doesn't know.
Hmm.
But we're
Sarge
gonna
is
pretend we
counting
don't
on
realize
that,
it.
actually. She's.
Um,
Good.
Ragahdi is going to say, I don't know. I don't know who this benefactor is that we received this job from. They didn't list a name.
Makes
But
sense.
we did get.
Damn it.
I saw you open that lockbox. You saw the signed note we received. It was signed by the guard captain.
Yes. We have been.
That's exactly who paid you to do what you did.
I'm trying to think. Have we been keen enough to be, say, Brian most of the time we've been here on the ship? not Yvonne?
I've
You
only ever
said
Brian.
Yvonne once.
I think I did, but I don't know if I said it in reference to Brian, or to Yvonne, or if I was saying it in the admin. But yeah, no,
I don't
probably
think you
slipped
said
up.
it in reference to him.
If I slipped up, I don't think I slipped up more than once or twice. But if Ragahdi caught
Yeah.
onto that, that's fine. But still.
Whether or not he did, you don't know.
Okay.
He just says what he says.
So, do you think it's the guard captain?
I mean, why wouldn't it be? The route that was laid out, it took the person who delivered the dagger all the way around all the guard details that night. Who else would know that kind of information?
That is an excellent question.
It
Who
is.
else
It's
outside
what,
of the guard captain would know that information?
It is quite incriminating that it would be Yvonne. They are one of the few people that would know that information, like you said. That being said, what about this dagger? What was so special
Yes.
about it?
What is so special? You clearly know that this was something of importance, but why is that?
I actually don't know why it's important. And I don't know what was done with it after it was delivered. We didn't even take it out of its casing.
I have a question. Who made your poison?
Good point.
The poison that you delivered to the village? The poison that was in those gunpowder barrels over in your camp? Who did that? Did you do that? Did your people do that?
Tried to replicate I think they tried to replicate Alto poison, right?
That's what it felt
Yeah,
like.
he would say, "Did you not see the poisoners in our ranks? Did you not fight them?"
Well, your poisoners didn't leave a very great impression, so
They weren't much.
I wasn't sure if they did it or not. Honestly, they didn't feel like very, efficient.
Their battle prowess does not necessarily translate to their skills outside of the battlefield.
That is true. Their alchemical expertise
Yes,
is
that's
still
fair.
useful. So that means that you falsified this poison to make it look like using natural remedies to make it look like Alto poison. Makes sense. Had a lot of stories about different types of pirates. The pirates I knew were a little bit more, funny to say, had a bit more, how would I put it, honor about them. Didn't know them to be ones for poisoning and such. They liked a good fight, though. Though it seems like all of you are lacking in that part.
I think the proper definition of a pirate isn't actually something that can be pinned down. Everyone's definition of a pirate is different. No
Fair
one is
enough.
going to
But
come across this life or live it the same way.
So why did you... No, before we get back to the main things, why did you decide to take this job? You're a wanted man with most of your crew. The pirating raiding days and lapses seem to be dwindling for the most part. Why take a job like this one? So close to the Lapsus Guard and settlements and such. You had to have expected some kind of protections, I'd imagine. There was something that you thought you could get out of this.
I'm sorry, Ben was distracting me.
That's okay. Basically, Starsha was just asking, like, why take this job? There had to have been something you would have not just gotten out of it, but something that would basically, like, suggesting it would keep you safe enough to do it. Because you're close to the Lapsus Guard right now. and like a Lapsus settlement. You know, like you're basically you're in the
Mhm.
hornet's nest, and Lapsus and its reputation that we know now with pirates. You know, for someone as infamous as him, with such a small crew as him currently, and lackluster crew, let's be honest, why take this risk? You had to have expected something special out of it. What was it you were promised, basically?
See if you can guess. Again, did you not observe those we were working with? The one who you burnt to a crisp?
I see.
He had that strange mark on him, didn't he?
Right, we did see that before he was burnt up.
What was that mark again? It was some sort of importance.
He had it on the back of his neck, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was
And he wasn't the only guard that had that mark,
was it a
if I
fire?
remember.
Was it a firehawk? Or a red hawk? I mean?
Yeah,
Or was it something
the
else?
Red Hawk. Yeah, the Red Hawk.
Okay. Who's that mark belong to? If that was told to us already, then I apologize. Anyway.
It's the Altus regime.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think we put that together before.
Yeah. Just making sure. Just confirmation. It's good. All right. So some type of special. Ooh, here's an important question. Are you the only one of the, we'll say, currently missing pirates, or at-large pirates captains, that is working with this group, or these groups? Or do you even know?
He would say, I'm trying to think of how he would say it. If I was at liberty to request such information from our benefactor, then perhaps I wouldn't have needed to take the job at all.
That's fair.
Or wanted to.
You do seem quite on the side of the total pull here. Alright, Magellan, you can let him down. But we're not done with the questions. Magellan, are you going to let him down? I gotta ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. Magellan kind of looks at you, looks at Ragahdi. Fine. Because it's like chucks him back into like to the inner part of the deck.
So you think the there was the Yvonne. You also working with this group for unstated reasons, but I'm going to assume that they were reasons effectively that would grant you some immunity in the future, barring some potential things. Well, and this person also had to know the guard details layouts very well, enough to know all their blind spots, and also requested you to get a dagger for them. Speaking of which, you said you didn't know much about it. Do you know what the dagger can do?
No. We wouldn't know such a thing.
Where was... Because we do know the place it was... You know the place it was dropped off, or the place it was taken from?
The place it was dropped off at.
Where was it dropped off? Or, I guess, yeah, placed. Where was that?
It seems to be some kind of insignificant location in the I'm sorry, there's something weird going on outside. An insignificant location over by the warehouses.
Okay, so basically it was just tossed to like hide, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, wherever it was supposed to be transferred. Okay. Can we follow the route like from that point to where it would have gone?
What do you mean?
So like if the route goes around, or was the route like to drop it off, like that the
It
way
was
that
to drop it off.
Okay, I see what you mean. So it was just to get into the drop off point. Okay, so someone else
Correct.
picked it
Yep.
up from there. Gotcha. I was
Yep.
misunderstanding that. They don't know.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just misunderstood that. So we don't know who they dropped it off to, or they don't know who they dropped it off to. Is what they said. Is what Rob was
Correct.
saying. Other than it, their benefactor possibly.
Yeah. Ragahdi would state, there were no personnel at the collection point. We were only told to drop it off and leave.
How close is this drop-off point to the town?
Quite close.
Yep, that's what I figured. Okay, I think Sarsha knows. She's got enough of the details to point a picture of who it is. Which does not make this easier, and she's also not going to vocalize it while Ragahdi's still alive. I mean, while Ragahdi's still here. So, she'll just say, alright. Magellan, anyone else? Do you have any other questions for Ragahdi before we start recording things?
I'll say that checks out for me.
Alright. Marliana, notify Fari to meet us at Gravefang's place, the Fluffy Bar.
Sure thing.
We'll be dropping you off as well at the guild hall. Actually... Yes. Alright. Oh, and tell her that we will be dropping merchandise here over as well. Our bounty. Fari. I'm talking to Marliana about Fari.
Yes, I will let Fari know that we have important merchandise coming in, and that we may need.
Yeah, we'll explain more details at the Fluffy Bar, but for now, just prepare things for their safe keeping. That's all she's going to say.
Also, I expect to talk to her soon. Hopefully, we can get a good update in the last few days. Couple days? A day?
We'll be meeting at Gravefang's because we have a lot to talk about. Alright. Have we cleared, is everything cleared out of this place that we need? She's looking at the party and she says that. Like, have we cleared out everything?
Guthor will say that the trunk that I found was the only thing I was able to identify.
Alright. Brian.
Eobon looks to be deep in thought as he reads over the letter again, and he seems to be murmuring something to himself.
Having a crisis of self. I have a theory. I think Eobon knows who it is now as well.
He may be able to identify the writing better than
That's
we
what I'm
can.
thinking. Is like we need to talk at Great Things. All right, we have a lot to discuss. but
Before
Brian,
we go to
our
Great
good
Things,
man.
I
Brian
have a
here.
simple idea that should be talked about. Nothing that's all too important
True.
to have Greyfang.
We probably shouldn't let
involved.
you know who hear it
Fari?
though.
Ragahdi?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We don't look. The thing is, we don't want him being able to spill the beans on what we're planning and what we're thinking and what we know to anyone.
That's
Right.
fair, yeah.
So that's why she's saying this conversation needs to happen later. But we can dangle him off the edge of the ship for a moment and dip his toes in the water. Let the sharks have a little nibble.
Look, all I'm saying is while Magellan is still threatening his life, I definitely wouldn't mind talking to Starsha and Guthor.
Alright.
I'll. You know what? While that's happening, and since we're getting everything together before we head off, Starsha will tell Magellan to tie him up so we can deliver him. She'll look over and tell Brian to place a tip to the guard. She'll tell him to wait, but to place a tip in the guard soon about the finding of this cave here.
Oh, and there also are still maybe some pirates we haven't dealt with.
Correct. But I imagine they'll try to flee once they realize
Yeah.
CS with Ragahdi.
Yeah,
But still,
they
yeah,
should
they should
definitely
be. They should
know
be. You're right.
they're in the area. It is very possible they could come back.
Right. So good.
Before we leave, there should probably be more barrels of gunpowder that were poisoned.
I'm gonna scoop some
I
of those
would
barrels
like
up.
to take some.
Hey, homie. Oh, homie.
No.
But I'm gonna have homie carry one of those barrels back with us to Great Man's place.
I wouldn't mind carrying one as well.
That would be good. We can get the more barrels, the merrier.
Honestly, I think I have more carry capacity than homie, only because homie may have some of his carved parts still on him.
Okay. Yeah.
Naturally, he technically, it pains me to say it, technically he is stronger than me. Ugh.
Physically.
But physically stronger than me, which means he could naturally carry more. But I swear I'm gonna catch up to him, and I'm gonna overpass him. That is my goal in life, to fucking be the strongest.
Fair enough. But yeah, we should take them back because Starcha wants to make some poison grenades possibly after this.
Yes, indeed.
We need to work with the
All right.
That could be useful. But yes, Marliana, you want to talk to Gathor and Starcha as we were all preparing to leave.
Yeah. Hey, you two, come over here, away from Ragahdi's
I'll huddle
line of
over towards Gathor.
vision.
Yes.
Not vision. Fucking
Yes,
hearing.
something like
Well, technically, nothing is wrong. But I did tell you guys earlier that there was a pirate I was with that I didn't want you to kill.
Yes, I believe Gridman sent some people after him after I told him.
Well, I just thought that I should explain that situation a little more. Especially to you, Gathor.
It started like, okay, like confused.
Gathor,
Okay.
she looks very confused. In fact, she verbally expresses, what? You don't need to explain anything about that to me. What? Huh?
Just confused with what?
Just wait till I get through it, and maybe you'll understand why I think I should tell you.
It's like, do I need to be here?
Well, you were the one who called in the situation, so I would prefer if you knew why I did what I did.
Alright. I guess explain yourself.
Well, while you and the rest of the team were taking out those pirates and I was distracting this other one, I seem to have infatuated this other pirate. I don't know if that's completely the right word or not. But she was completely non-hostile towards me and actually maybe technically confessed her love towards me. I don't really understand exactly what happened, but those were kind of the words she used.
Did you guys hold hands?
Consensual hand-holding before marriage? Illegal.
She was in the process of cooking me a delectable meal before everyone showed up to kind of push her away.
Why?
And-
You're getting information.
Oh my god, she's already pregnant.
All I said before we rushed her away was that I would be looking for her outside of Qual'd to meet up with her again. Because again, she was very adamant at us seeing each other again, and I wouldn't mind having a chef. If she's a good cook, it could.
I DC for a second. I cut out for a second.
All I said was that she could be a potential chef for the crew, and then I'm looking at Thor personally and say, she did say she had feelings for me, but I'm only interested in whatever cooking expertise she has, and I just thought everyone should know why I told you not to kill this person.
Gathor looks actually quite pleased at this information and comes over and attempts to pat your shoulder but fails because you're too tall, and therefore she pats your arm and she says, "Well, I also would like an excellent cook. I think this is going to be a good thing for everyone."
God, that lifts a huge weight off of Morgana's shoulders. You really don't even know because like I let out a sigh of relief that is so clearly audible. There's no way you wouldn't miss it.
Sasha just says, so I should tell Griffin to go pick them up at near Qual'd.
Well, yes, it would probably be best if they were directed towards our other pirate people that we're keeping hidden. They may not be able to be our chauffeurs, but if they're our cook, that's still a valuable member that we could add towards our pirating crew. Is that what we're doing? Are we really creating a pirate crew on the side? It seems like that's
we
what
could
we're
get them registered with the guild. I know they have had former pirates, or they've had former pirates that were part of guild teams and such.
Yeah,
That
making
being
them
said, I
legit.
don't necessarily
Right.
know if those pirates that joined them were active pirates. Rebecca and her crew are a bit different since they really didn't do much of anything until we encountered them. So at most, the only transgression would probably be against us, and well, they're paying for that being our chauffeurs. As for this one, however, they're a member of Ragahdi's crew. That might be a bit more difficult. Unless they
It
were hired
might-
help like the other one that we saw.
But they were so easily turned. Like, they can't possibly be that terrible of a person.
You would be surprised. Many people can put on very misleading faces.
I guess with that statement in mind, I would, just out of curiosity, like to think back and see if what they said was genuine. Because I do think that they were genuine, but Marliana is not. Unfortunately, she's easily fooled. So I would like to just kind of give it a second thought.
Go ahead and roll a
Like, I have to be the older sister here and be like, unfortunately, you can't trust everyone you meet.
That'll be a hard.
Would
lesson.
you prefer to roll a mood or would you prefer to roll a recollection?
Absolutely a recollection. No
I was gonna say, I
question.
think
Okay.
Marliana's mood is probably not the
It is literally the worst.
best. Mine is
Also,
Yeah.
as you're thinking back, Githor is going to ask, I do wonder though, why are you not telling Magellan or Homie? Do you just not want them to know, or is it
That's a
just
good
girl
point.
talk? I've never had girl talk before.
No, that is a good point.
It's not that I don't want them to know. I just think I am. She's kind of actually stuttering over her own words. I
Sasha's just confused.
want to know what you think more than anyone else. Specifically looking and directing that comment towards Gathor, but Starsha is here because she trusts Starsha's judgment probably more than anyone else on the team. But still, either way, that comment was directed towards Gathor.
Guess Starsha's just silent.
Terrible recollection. Oh, great.
She takes your hand and she says, "I'm thankful that you think of me as such a dear friend, although I don't know how I've possibly earned that. But
Your touch alone would make Marliana's knees grow a little weaker than they already were. You.
Okay, hold on. I gotta.
Makes Marliana feel. That doesn't hurt or feel good in any way. You know, I'm. Just take it as it is.
I'm sorry. I have to roll. Can you? I gotta roll a mood because. Do you try to hide anything? Do you want me to? Do you want to name a DC? Do you want me to choose a DC?
No, Marliana has she's not in the position to hide any sort of feelings that she may or may not have. So, if you want to create a DC for yourself, it would probably be under 10. It's not.
Okay.
It would not be hard, especially for Gathor, to figure out what Marliana is saying.
Oh, you doubt her.
Did you forget everyone on this team is on the spectrum in some way?
Correct.
Fair, but Marliana is not in the position to try to hide anything, so it shouldn't be that.
Situation, and that will remind you of that.
Yeah, I guess there's more than 2 clueless players in the vicinity here.
She considers for a moment. She's like, this behavior. She's thinking in her head. I'm just reading aloud exactly what Gathor is thinking in her head. This behavior is odd for a friend to exhibit. This almost feels like affection. I don't. Where? So she thinks for a moment. And she's like, nah, there's no way. There's no, wait, hold on, wait. She's gonna think back and she's gonna be like, wait, that pirate. Was that pirate male or female? And she's gonna try and remember and she's gonna be like, I thought she said female. I think she's slowly putting it together. She's like, wait. She kind of narrows her eyes at you, Marliana. And she's like, are you into short women?
You said short women? God. Marliana probably could not verbally respond to that, but her face would immediately be flustered and blushed. Whether or not that means that she said yes or no does not really matter in the situation.
Gathor's like,
everyone is shorter than Marliana, so honestly that question's hard to answer.
That is true.
She kind of puts her. She's completely red, by the way.
Marliana also
just looking at me like, what am I watching?
The moment that she said that she was more interested in what you thought than anyone else would have brought her cheeks very blush. Take that as you will.
Gathor is going to attempt to act astute and is going to put her hand on her chin while she's completely beet red and is going to ask, When did this start? I need a time frame.
Wait, when
When did what start?
What start? Marliana is going to be confused. Whether or not she actually is a whole nother thing.
Also, did Thor out loud say the short woman comment, or was that in her edit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, that was out loud.
Okay, yeah. Okay, just making sure. So Star's just like, oh, you talking about that shit, like romantic affection?
Don't say that. As soon as those words come out of your mouth, Marliana physically has to look away from everyone. Like,
Gathor is going to point over to you in a Phoenix Wright type of way and just quietly say, yes. So, quiet. Shh. So the boys don't hear.
Wait, I'm confused. Why do the boys not need
No.
Am I not here?
we did
Shut
step
up.
We did
away
step
a little
away,
bit.
So it's like, she has her hand out, she's like, so this pirate has romantic affection for Marliana. Marliana, do you have romantic affection for them? Just met them. To be fair, they just met me as well. I guess it's
don't.
You can be interested in someone's fault. That's to be fair. Might make sense.
I don't really have any interest in this pirate, other than the fact that they may be able to cook.
Oh, so you have romantic interest in somebody else. Okay, I see. So that would be...
I don't know if Marliana's face could get any redder at that point, but the second those words slip out of your mouth, Marliana, again, will completely 180 away so that she doesn't have to face this conversation head on.
Why is... She kind of looks over. I don't know why you're so flustered. That's not a bad thing.
Yes, as the one that doesn't know what they just experienced in the forest with a single other person.
Did you say that out loud?
I certainly did say that out loud.
Just like, she kind of looks
Gathor's
like...
eyes widen.
I'm deflecting.
She's like, what do you mean?
Do you think that your experience in the forest was a normal one?
With Bari? Yes. We just went out and talked. She helped me.
Is that what you...
Yes. What else would it have been?
Well, with what you told me about your experience, I would say that there was more involved than just talking.
I didn't necessarily
Seemed
phrase
like-
it like a date. I guess it could be seen that way,
Date or not, the reactions that Fari had would suggest there may have been more to it than just exchanging information.
though. Perhaps.
Again,
Gathor
Marliana's
is
saying all
just
this
like,
with her back turned to you. She cannot look forward.
Gathor's jaw is on the floor. She's like, holy She's like, what? How did I miss? What? What? When? What?
Oh yes,
Am
I
I?
went out with Far the other day. That was how I found out that information about CNX and whatever.
But it was more than just a casual interaction in the forest. Fari
Yes, we talked
was
a bit. It was
teasing
quite
Starshed the whole time, and apparently she couldn't pick up on it.
I mean, homie teases me all the time as well, to be fair.
He doesn't
And by
whisper in your
proxy,
ear as close as he can get
That's
while
true.
dancing around you.
I just figured that was fine. That's being for how she is.
I would
And-
say that Fari's never acted like that way towards anyone else.
Yes, but she seems to be a person that's very on point and on the job when she needs to be. So I figured that was her when she's more relaxed around people she can trust.
The tism is strong with this one.
Like, I'm not obtuse to romantic interest.
What exactly do you think when you picture romantic interest?
Just the dial-up sound.
The fact that
Well,
you
you-
took more than 5 seconds to answer would make Marliana think you have no idea. which would lead her to respond with,
I guess
exactly.
normally people
You-
hugging each other, being close, the usual.
Well, maybe eventually, but these sort of relationships don't start with physical contact. They start with the teasing.
Okay, I have to ask a question.
physical
'Cause I
contact.
want to say something. Are you currently holding Gathor's hand at all? Because I think
No,
you... Okay.
I'm still pointing away from you and Gathor. I'm looking in the other
Okay.
direction, kind of hands in face, but I'm still having this conversation, even though I'm not looking at you.
She's also she's gonna ask, why are you looking away from us as well?
Look, don't change the subject, Starsha.
Didn't you change the subject first?
Hey, no, maybe, no, I don't think so. All I'm saying is that there may be more to what you think than what the situation was.
Maybe I'll have to ask Far next time I meet her.
I, too, plan on talking to Fari about that interaction.
I told you most of the information that she told me.
It has nothing to do with what I'm interested in.
Oh, are you interested in Far?
No, I'm interested in what happened between the two of you.
Oh, I see.
So you like to watch?
I don't think you see. I don't think you see.
So, who is your romantic interest in?
Marliana is already not facing you. I don't know how else she can deflect that question. So where'd Brian go?
Starts it's like, well, it means it's probably one of us two. Just kind of like pondering.
But you're not short.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then it would be you.
She nods her head and she's like, "Oh, is that true?"
That's true. Oh, I don't know. I don't think Marliana's legs can hold her up anymore. I think she's falling. I think she's given as much strength as she's able to give, and that was maybe a breaking point.
So wait, why am I here?
She's going to come over and put her hands on your shoulders, and then take them off temporarily and put them back on again. And attempt to find words because she doesn't know what to say.
Shoulders of Marliana or Sarsha?
Marliana.
I will say,
I'll let
whether or
you
not
two-
Marliana can contain any sort of emotional response, her tail, on the other end, would not be able to hide a sort of response towards what is happening.
Well, if you two need some time, I can go over there. We're leaving anyway in a moment, so...
Just make sure no one is watching us or tailing us. That-
Well, if you two keep acting like this, it's probably going to be very obvious, so...
Marliana has no more words. Her face is like as pink as can possibly be with her skin tone. There's no more fluster that her face could manage to show.
Actually, this probably works out for the better. She kind of starts putting ponders.
As she says that, Gathor is just going to say, I'm probably going to need some time to consider because if I'll be honest, I've never thought about how it would work with Warren. I don't know. I mean, I've,
What do you mean?
everyone
The same way it works with
has.
everybody else.
He looks over and she's like, incorrect.
Okay. Does it work for you differently?
While this is all happening, Starsha, again, hands in her face like, I don't know, I don't understand what is happening. Not saying it very loudly, but, you know, definitely Gathor could hear her fluster. Like, she is not in a position where she can show any bit of strength or courage that she usually does.
Gathor is just going to. She took one hand off of your shoulder, by the way, Marliana, to point at Starsha and say incorrect. And then she's going to place the hand back on your shoulder and say, I'm not opposed, but you're going to have to give me some time to think about it.
Well, at least your mind's thinking about something else as opposed to other things. That's for the better.
And with that all in
True.
mind, Marliana shrinks herself more than she already is. She is recoiling back, while also not recoiling back. I don't know. She is hiding herself in herself. I guess is the closest way I can say it.
Oh, is Gathor still soaking wet?
I don't
Yes.
like the words you just said. I do
You
not
had-
like what you.
So Starsha was actually gonna do this. She's like, she's gonna go through her pack for a second, and she's gonna toss a towel over at Gathor, and say, Gathor, dry yourself off. You'll get sick if you don't.
It could have been worse.
The words that
she's
just
gonna
came
say,
out of your
I
mouth.
assume you're not a water dragon, so it's probably not good for you to stay like
I think Marliana's whole upper body is as flustered as her face was with
So-
those words in mind.
that. She's just gonna look over and be like, anyways, you two have fun with that. Magellan, I need to tell you some things.
All right. Well,
She's gonna walk
what
over to
happened?
Magellan.
Do we have to take old Yeller out? What happened?
No, we don't need to kill Ragahdi. We just need to make sure. Is he tied up now? She's gonna have an actual conversation with Joe, and she's left them to have their moment. She just gave Gathor one towel she has so she can throw out.
Marliana has folded, and she hopefully, knock on wood, will never fold this hard again. But this is the most folded she's ever been.
Gathor is going to wrap the towel around her and like over her head a little bit. And she's what does she want to say? She's going to ask do you not feel confident?
I don't even think Marliana could say words, but she'll probably shake her head no. Like, that's the best response she can say. You, yeah, yep, that's...
Gathor is going to say then, I'll say this. I've never considered how anything like that would work with, with two women before, but I will say that I have always felt that everyone is beautiful. And I know that you're beautiful because when I first didn't hear her, when I woke up that morning, when I saw you, I was so taken aback by the fact that I didn't hear her that I grasped your face and I looked into your eyes and I thought, wow, she is beautiful. And I was glad to be able to see that true beauty in you. And yes, that's yeah. She's going to just end on that
Aw.
and wrap herself in the towel a little bit more
By the way,
and just
how
say, I
audible
was
is
quite
this?
cold.
I should ask.
Huh?
How audible is this to like Magellan and us were like 50 to 70 feet away?
Oh, not audible at all.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, Starsha wouldn't be like trying to listen in. Again, she literally is like, I'm going to talk to Magellan now about something. But okay. So very.
She says it as quietly as possible.
You know, she said she was quite cold. I know. She's not a water dragon, and she's been sitting out of the water for a decent time, and that adrenaline's wearing off now.
Exactly.
Starsha
She's just
should
like
know
rubbing
Jesus.
her hair with the towel. And she looks over back, she looks over her shoulder and looks back at the others and she's like, I hope none of them were listening.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Men.
Hey, I'm over here.
That's true.
Yeah. Well,
Bit of knowledge.
Marliana doesn't know how to respond, but I will say her tail is acting more sporadically than it did before, so
The tail wag. The tail wag.
probably she would say, I don't even know what to say right now. But yeah, no, her tail is going overdrive, like.
Don't break the ship, please. Actually,
It would.
Maybe break the ship. We'll find out.
She
Break
would
it.
definitely direct her tail away from Gathor so that she wouldn't get hit. But at the same time, she's not completely in control of her physical reactions.
I imagine that one whip of her tail would just send me flying
It
like
won't happen.
12 feet back.
If anyone else gets close to her tail, they would probably get sent flying, but it is not directed towards you in the slightest. Though she is even more red than before.
Gathor is going to see that you're not getting up, and she's going to say, do you want to wait there? I don't think I can offer you a hand up because I don't think I'm strong enough to take you up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The exact same second you say that, Maliana probably would reach towards your hand a little bit.
She'll hold hers out and like grasp yours and try to help you up a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to put too much effort into standing Marliana up. She's mostly capable of doing it herself, so the little bit of help would probably get her there. Honestly, yeah, after standing up on her own with your help, she'd probably just give you a hug. Like a I don't think she would know what else to do. She definitely doesn't have the words to say anything.
Gathor would just be wrapped. She would have the towel wrapped around herself, so she wouldn't be able to reciprocate the hug. She would simply um be swaddled, so to speak, as you just envelop her.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same as when she was excited and was like, you know, swinging you around. It's definitely more personable. Uh, and I don't know. I still don't think she has the will to necessarily look you in the eyes. But after the hug, what words comes to her mind? I don't even know. I don't think she can say anything at the moment. She's not in the position to speak right now.
Gathor would offer, let's go see what drama is unfolding over there. It seems that something's happening. As what was going to happen? I had something in mind.
Well, I guess we were going to leave in a moment and head back to the town.
There was something before that.
There are still a minor group of pirates lurking in the area.
If they haven't left yet.
That is a question. I know that we wanted
that was actually going to be
gunpowder.
What Magellan, what she starts going to bring up to Magellan part of it. Part of it was going to be to keep an eye out in case the other pirates come back, tell them to surrender. If they don't, shoot at their legs and just make sure they either run away or surrender. Next thing, and the other thing was going to be that she was going to also stay there and do it. And as she's kind of like looking back at the other two, kind of like leaning into each other, she's like, oh, that's nice to see that happen. But she's in her head thinking like, I wonder if Magellan and Homie are going to be upset. They always got each other. Anyways. Oh well, Homie's back up. Never mind. Magellan knows it is a bit unfortunate. We'll find something. Anyways. As she's thinking about that, like, hey, Magellan, she does think Magellan's a pretty handsome guy, mature gentleman. If he needs to find someone, he's probably going to be the one that can find someone the easiest. I guess, well, in Gara, she definitely thinks he could. Maybe not in Lapsus for obvious reasons. Cool.
Hey, things can change. Trust me.
We can figure something out. Also, them Alto, they don't seem to have problems. They can get pretty wild, so. Anyway, I should not, continuing what I actually wanted to talk about. So yeah, Ragahdi, is he tied up?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? I thought I was talking about what happened.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes, you are tying him up. I remembered what I was going to do though.
Okay.
So continue.
Yeah, that was those three things. Once those things were confirmed, unless John had something he wanted to tell him, Sarsha.
Oh, all he was gonna say is, yeah, I got him tied up. I'm hog tied. It was a really nice knot. I haven't done this in like a couple years. I'm not as rusty as I thought I'd be.
Now the next thing to figure out is what do we do with this ship? My thoughts was that we report it, then simply put, the guards will take care of it. We probably can't leave with this thing. One, none of us really know how to sail the ship. Two, well, even if we were, we'd have to figure out a place to hide it, and I don't want to send something this big back to Greyfang. It's going to be hard for them to hide it. The other option is, of course, just blowing this thing up, but that also might not be a good idea.
Not gonna lie. Rather than what I had in mind.
What'd you have in mind?
Crashing it and giving it a vacuum funeral.
That would be fun, I would admit. But no, we shouldn't do that. Maybe it would be best just for Brian's to tell Eobon and to go and do all this. Send us reporting to the guard. What if Eobon is involved with everything? That would be... No. if Iobon is involved, they would want to get rid of the evidence. She is, by the way, she's being like, she's not like loudly speaking, but since Ragahdi is here, she's like speaking like this. That might be for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we'll do that. As we're walking, I'll have Mariana add that to the thing to send.
Indubitably. Mm-hmm.
Well, now she'll kind of smack Ragahdi on the back. You're going to be our little pay pig in a moment. Don't worry, I'm sure the guild will be much more hospitable than we are. You should be thankful that we're sending you to the guild and not the Lapsians. Oh, did he chuckle?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about something.
That scares me. Anyway. But yeah, she just does that, and she's like, alright, they should be over there. She gonna mumble it. Alright, everyone, we're heading out. Get everything you need and let's go. She's gonna yell out to everybody.
After you do that, Brian is going to approach Ragahdi and ask him a question.
Oh, no.
Ragahdi sees Brian approach and just kind of so it's you. And so I want you to remember that when Ragahdi was down to 1 HP, Iobon did say, well, Brian said, I'm the captain. I should be able to take care of these things.
Yep.
So now Ragahdi is going to harumph a little bit and say, what do you have to take for yourself, Mr. Guard Captain? And Iobon is just going to crouch down in front of him and say, I need you to answer me a question. What night did you fulfill this delivery? Ragahdi is going to state a date.
When was it?
And Iobon is going to look through his notes, flip through them a few pages, stop on a particular page, point at it and read it, and say, I thought so. Thank you for confirming. He's then going to stand up and walk over to you, Starsha, and kind of get close to you and whisper in your ear, I'm sorry, the cat's out of the bag. I wasn't watching my words earlier. I figured that you wanted to keep things quiet, but that was my fault.
She says, it's alright. By the way, Ragahdi, it's Brian. She gives him just a slight smile.
Ragahdi is just going to spit on the floor. Not in your general direction, but just in response.
I would like to hear a verbal understanding. Remember, we can bring you back in pieces.
I understand.
Good boy, as you were saying.
Iobon's going to continue by saying, I confirmed something rather disturbing. The night which... Yes.
You were saying so.
It's alright. The night that this order was fulfilled, I received a directive, a sudden one at that, to change the guard detail rounds for that particular area, for that particular time.
You don't say. Let me guess. She's not saying this out loud, so Ragahdi can't hear this.
Yeah. The only one who has the power to dictate what I do.
It's the man. Yes. My suspicions are true. That means all the more reason to break in with us, because we're going to have to play our
Unfortunately. Which means that you were right and that we can't trust Ragahdi in a normal brig.
Right. Do wonder why. That something else to be
Well,
right through. I feel like I'm piecing together a bit of it, but there's still this dagger. I'm concerned about why specifically this was mentioned wasn't detailed. I feel like this plan they have here with the explosives might have not been the only thing they were planning on doing at the start of a ruckus, so to speak.
unfortunately, I have a feeling that any ruckus they wanted to cause has already begun. You know that the town has been a bit unrestful lately. I have a feeling these machinations are the cause of that unrest. And perhaps this dagger's tied into that somehow. I'm not sure quite how, but perhaps we'll find some evidence or some kind of clue when we get back.
That's one more step closer, it seems. You got numbers. She's kind of like thinking in her head, was this part of the plan as well, seeing? Oh, see it. She kind of shakes her head. Either way, let's go. We have some discussions to have with the others, and we still have a party member to help. When we take them back to the guild hall, can you send for Guy? I need to ask them some things. It's imperative.
Yes. I'll make sure he visits as timely as possible.
Thank you.
I will say he does take his rest seriously, so he will probably be asleep.
I understand. Please tell them it's urgent, though. Someone needs their help. Sasha, when she says it, by the way, she looks very dead serious when she says that.
Yeah. Yep.
Her coyness has left for that moment. She's being like, someone needs their help.
Yeah.
And it kind of returns back.
Yep. Alright. Is there anything else that anyone would like to do besides Marliana and Homie picking up 2 barrels and people searching for any last stragglers?
Not for Starship, I think. The main thing is to get back.
I think that covers it for me too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. I got my loot and all.
The entire time Marliana acts, she is still unable to look at Cthulhu and anywhere near her direction.
Excellent, because Cthulhu feels the same way.
This is so adorable. Starship's still looking back in confusion every now and again as we walk. Like, why are they being so despondent about it?
Perhaps she is pregnant.
Hold on, what?
She's
I don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure with my limited
how that works.
experience in biology.
Oh man. I guess I'm just built different. My bad.
Hold on, don't tell me you're from the Omega verse.
No!
Don't tell me you're into.
I am.
Ew.
Okay, so I would say started still keeping an eye out. Like they said, there are stragglers, so she's gonna make sure they don't, get attacked by someone trying to off Ragahdi.
Yeah. So the good thing is that nothing happens along the way. The unfortunate part is that I am ready to go sleepy eepy Betty bye and shower.
I see.
That's alright. got through what I wanted to get through.
I think that was a good.
Woo.
That's probably a good ending as well, with the revelation that Alan. I forgot his name. It starts with A. Is it? Okay. This isn't his name, but I. Is it Hard Doc or Hard Don? What is it? Is it Hardock? Is that his last name?
That kind of
I don't-
sounds.
His last name
Hodrock?
is
Harlock?
It might be Harlock. Because my brain went to Hardcock. And I was like, I don't think his last name.
There's no way.
I don't think that's his name. So I was like, yeah, it's not Alan Hardcock. It's probably like Alan Hardock or Hadrock.
Hardock.
Hardock, okay.
It's Hardock.
Alan Hardcock.
Hardcock.
Better than I guess it could have been Alan Hardon as well, right?
Ah, yes, indeed. What's your name? What's your last name? Oh, you're Mr. Hardon?